Hello guys, and welcome back to Nate Sports Talk. Before we get into the video, thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. It might not seem like a big number to a lot of people, but for me it means everything. That there's 50 people out there who like my videos enough that they want to get the notifications and join me in the journey on my YouTube journey, wherever it takes me. And I'm glad that you guys want to join the NST family. It really means a lot. I appreciate all the comments that you guys give me. Um, I love interacting with you guys. I love just seeing the kind words that you guys have when you guys say I made a good video, and it really does mean a lot to me. I I like that it's not all just Liverpool fans here either. That there are some fans outside of Liverpool who like the videos as well. It's really good because this isn't, yes, it's a Liverpool channel, but it's a soccer channel, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. It's for everyone, and I'm glad to see that there's a lot of people who like the videos. So now that we got that out the way, let's dive into the video. Manchester City are exactly how Liverpool should have been ran. They're our closest rival in the last 8 years or so. We've been neck and neck for years, except for this past season and the season after we won the Premier League. But outside of that, we compete for the biggest honors, and we've been the two dominant forces in the Premier League as of recent. And to see Liverpool faltering so bad, it hurts because we should be where Man City are. They, if they cheated, yes, they might have cheated, but who cares? It seems like every team's cheating now. But you can cheat and still not get ahead. And they spend their money so well. They buy good players. Look at Man U. They spend a lot of money, but they don't bring in the right players. They don't bring in good enough players. They don't have a really good coach. Chelsea don't have a really good coach. They don't spend their money well. So you can look at other teams who spend a lot of money and they're not doing well. So it's not all about spending money, it's about how you spend that money. They're doing it the right way. They're going out there and getting world-class players. They're proactive. They don't need Gavardiol. They have elite level center backs. They just won a league and a Champions League. But here they are signing one of the best young defenders in the world because they know in a year or two's time they're going to need him. And he's going to be a vital piece into their continued runs in their future dynasty that they're looking to build on. Gundogan and Bernardo Silva are leaving and looking to leave, and they're already going after Declan Rice, the perfect replacement. Yes, they missed out on Jude Bellingham, but instead of sulking on that, they went through and found another target who suits what they need. They are just a really, really, really well-ran club. And as a Liverpool fan, it hurts. It hurts because that should have been us. That could have been us if we just had owners who cared about our team the way we do. Look at their transfer business and look at our transfer business. We hate spending more than 40 million. We've spent 35 mil only this transfer window so far, and we have reports saying we're interested in said player, but we have to see how much money's left for us. We've spent 35 mil. What do you mean what money's left? We haven't spent money. So where's this money going? Whereas City, yes, they're backed by a state and they have wealthy owners, but so do we. We have a billionaire owner as well who should be able to put money into the squad and better the players and spend 150, 200 million window, especially with the amount of revenue that we generate. It's really sad to see that we're falling off so hard. We're not competing for the biggest honors. We're in Europa League next season. For a club of our stature, that's embarrassing. I don't like to look down on the Europa League because it's a great competition for a lot of clubs, like Roma and whoever they played. I forget who they played, but Roma and who went on and whoever went on to win the Europa League. That means a lot to them. Those clubs, it means a lot to. But a club like Liverpool, Europa League doesn't mean anything to us. We're too big of a club to care about the Europa League. And Man City, they wouldn't dare look into the Europa League. People were saying that they had a bad season this year because they were second. That's the standard that Liverpool and Man City have. Man City are bad because they finished second, because they were in second for most of the season, and we were bad by being ninth for most of the season. Like it's just huge discrepancies between us and how we're ran. We have no ambition with our owners. We're going after players like Manu Kone and trying to convince ourselves that they're good enough, whereas Man City are going after Gavardiol. That alone is enough to get my point across. Who wants Mickey Van de Ven? I don't I don't know. Have you watched the Mickey Van de Ven game? Have you watched Wolfsburg? No, I haven't either. You haven't. So let's keep it real. Let's be 100% honest. We don't know who these guys are that we're getting, but we all know who Man City guys are. They're not even spending like a ton of money on certain players either. Look at Julian Alvarez, a 15 mil player, and he could easily start for almost any other Premier League team outside of City. You don't have to spend 100 mil on players every single window, but you have to spend something. You have to spend more than a 35 mil net profit or net spend. You have to do better than that, especially when you have a world-class manager like Jurgen Klopp, who, if he were backed, could have produced more than one Premier League, one Champions League. Look at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. They back him to the fullest extent, and he doesn't even have anywhere close to the resume Klopp has. Klopp has multiple league titles across different leagues, has a Champions League, been to a Champions League final with Dortmund of all teams. So it's so disheartening to see where we are and where City are and other clubs around the world. We're Liverpool FC, and we have fans who don't want the best for us, I would say. People are hanging on to a 2020 Premier League title and a 2019 Champions League and thinking it's good for the next 20 years. It's not for a club of Liverpool stature. Just because it happened, we had a huge drought like that before we won those trophies, doesn't mean we should be comfortable with it happening again. If anything, I would want to be ran like Man City, if I'm being honest. Yeah, they cheated, but who isn't cheating at this point? Newcastle, Chelsea, City. They're all cheating. If you're at this point, if you're not cheating to get ahead, you're falling behind. And I know that we want to preserve the beautiful game of football, but let's be honest, it's a money-driven league right now. It's a money-driven sport, because whoever spends the most money wins the most games, wins the most trophies. Leicester City's a write-off. That's not going to happen again, especially with the money that's in sport now. PSG dominate Ligue 1 because they spend the most money. Bayern dominate the Bundesliga because they spend the most money. Real Madrid, Barcelona dominate La Liga because they spend the most money. Look at any league around the world. You can go to the Belgian league, the Jupiler Pro League. Whoever spends the most money wins. The Portuguese league. There's only been 4 teams to win it, and those 4 teams spend the most money. You look at the Dutch league. There's like 6 teams that have won it in the whole existence, and they all spend the most money. So that's how football is. That's how the sport is played. Whoever spends the most money wins the most games, wins the biggest trophies, and we refuse to do that. If anything, we should look at Man City and congratulate them for the success that they've had, because they have owners who want nothing more than to build on a team and give them the most resources to win the most games and the biggest trophies. And we have owners who have heart attacks from even the thought of having to spend more than 40 mil on one player without selling a player for 20, 30 mil. If I'm being honest, I don't see us spending any more money this transfer window. I think we might get 2 more players, but it won't be of any value. It might be a 5, 10 mil player, and we're going to be told to take it or leave it. And then we're going to have fans who just try and hype those players to the fullest extent and try to promote Tyler Morton, Connor Bradley, and Ben Doik. But look at City. They have no academy players. And when they do have an academy player like Phil Foden, he doesn't play. Even though he's one of the best young English players in the league. If you don't have an elite academy, why go out, why try and force those players to play when they're not good enough? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you made it this far, please go check out some of the other videos on this channel. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for 50 subscribers, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.